going and you guys don't end up putting it on there. He's like, Travis reworks 4 songs when I fucking helped him and he brought him out to Wyoming, and he does it without me when all of these are like my kids.
But here's the thing with Ye, right? Eventually, in the process of being Ye's friend, if you're doing it for a long period of time, he's so controversial and he's so a leader with himself and his thoughts, he's eventually going to do something that you just simply can't do. And at that point in time, he's going to label you disloyal.
A seller.
You know what I'm saying?
Ty Dolla $ign is like Fresh.
What?
Because Fresh is along for the ride with Myron. And, you know, he doesn't really want to be sitting next to the guy who's talking about how Hitler was cool and 6 million didn't really die and all this shit. And Fresh is like, he's just.
Myron say that?
Myron says everything under the sun, pretty much. Yeah, at a certain point. And you can tell that Fresh doesn't like it, but Fresh is kind of along for the ride. But Fresh has not really denounced Myron in the way that Ty Dolla $ign kind of made his statement.
I think that's basically what he said. He said, just don't speak against me.
Right.
He's like, yo, it's like you have people like John Legend. I put on a red hat, you know. He said, this guy's start going against me.
I got to piss. You guys got to do this alone for a second.
Anyway, I mean, what else going on, man?
Hey,
Did you see the Yella Beezy thing?
No, I didn't see that.
Crazy.
Wait,
Capital murder, huh?
yeah, no, the
He was
capital
being
murder.
charged with.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No way.
I mean,
They say you paid off the kills of Mo 3, right?
Whoa.
I talked to Rainwater. Rainwater said
Damn.
it been there. He just wasn't going to speak on it until it was spoke on.
yeah, I've been.
So I guess whoever whoever the chick was, right? I guess whoever was tied to that, whatever they was all tied in, that was kind of crazy, man. I hate to see that. Damn, man, like Yellow Beezy, you know, good dude, but gee whiz, it looked like somebody got tired of doing time and talked.
It feel like hip hop is on edge right now. I see Bobby Schmurder, who has been incarcerated for gang related charges before. He just came out and be like, "Oh, hey, just a reminder, I'm not in the gang." It feels like people are kind of almost seeing another sweep happen, right? Where, you know, obviously a lot of the LA Rolling 60 stuff that isn't all rap stuff, but then when you see the situation with Yella Beezy and other things, and there's a lot of like criminal things popping up. People are, you know, I think people are always surprised when they think something is left in the past, because I think a lot of people have felt like, you know, the guy who killed Mo 3, the guy who ran down on him on the highway, he got charged.
Right.
You know?
I always thought it was over a girl.
So people thought it was done.
So he must have told who paid him.
Perhaps.
See, but is that legitimate, or is that, hey, let me make
them
up
arrest him?
Let me make up a get out of jail free card. Oh, you know, Yella Beezy paid me. I'm now ready to talk about it.
No.
Well, nah, they ain't gonna.
He's the
Murder's the
bigger
easiest
name.
case to beat. He got to have something to prove that.
No. To what you're saying exactly, Vlad, when you said it was over a girl, you'd be surprised how many situations, like when men get into it, but sometimes the very initial part of disrespect are part of it. Like even again with Kanye. Kanye was just like, he's like, Ack, let me put this in your perspective. This guy doesn't put me on his album when we did music together. Okay? I was there. The records that you see on there, the Thug record, this record, I was there when it happened. We worked in the studio. He doesn't put me on his album for whatever reason. But then he's on the album rapping about a brand that I was stiffed out of, Skims, that my baby mama owns, but he knows I don't get along with my baby mama. It's like if you're my friend, why are you even acknowledging my baby mama? So my baby mama posts your stuff, and you repost it, and then you add even more disrespect when you say, you left me off the album, when you say, yo, send me Kanye's daughter's vocals. So you're trying to do a song with my daughter, but you wouldn't do one with me. Again, when people have issues, and that's what I'm trying to say, it's like, it starts over the little disrespect. If that escalated, no one's going to be like, oh, that's exactly why, but it adds to disrespect. So sometimes it could be like Wack has a woman and somebody tries to talk to that woman after it's already known, hey, that's Wack's woman. If it ends up getting extra bad, it's not like Wack did that over the woman. It's because you disrespected me.
Right, but here's the thing overall, right? A whole bunch of people are turning against you, and you're looking at them as them being disloyal. as opposed to saying they would have been in the exact same place had I not been acting crazy in public.
But it's not acting crazy to him. I'm saying to him, Vlad.
That's
what
cool.
I'm saying to him, it's not. Does he see it as that? He doesn't see it as acting crazy.
Hey.
I'm just telling you.
Everyone else sees it a certain way.
Okay, so let's just take the Jewish part out. Hey, all my black friends, I'm promoting a Klan outfit right now.
Right.
No, that's why
Come hang out with me and do music together.
So a lot of black people, the Klan is a real memory in their family lineage that either they or their parents or their grandparents had to deal with. That shit is deeply offensive to a load of people in his world, his fan base.
That's shock value.
Black, Jewish, Latino, and whites, because some whites, the Aryan nations, the Nazi low, like the guy, they're taking it offensive. That like it's a black dude playing.
Listen, I interviewed Dominique Wilkins. When he did not enroll in the school that everyone wanted him to enroll in, a cross was burned on his front yard.
Right.
And his family had to leave town and move somewhere else.
This is real shit to a lot of Americans
right now.
Yeah.
Who has a statue in Atlanta right now has been affected by the Klan firsthand. Todd Bridges from Different Strokes. Racists were mad because it's two black kids with a white girl. Remember that show?
Mm-hmm.
People had a problem with it. Cross burned in his front yard. Like, these are people that are alive right now. It's not like we could, that's from the 1600s. There's no Klan anymore.
You know what Ye's going to tell you? It's time for a change.
Time for a change.
That's what he going to tell. And he feels like he's the one that can change. Bro, I know him. I flew around with him. I kicked it with him, like, to understand him.
Right.
It's really Ye's world.
Yes, it's his world.
Straight up.
No,
listen. You know what I mean? You go back and forth, and I'd be like, you know what, you got a point,
no,
there's no points. It's just how he sees it, what his mission is, what his objective is, and that's it. Either you're with it
the whole
or you're
thing
not.
is a performance art.
I think he's
no. I really think
he's serious.
He's
serious.
Listen,
he's serious, Vlad.
You know how he explained everything that he's doing? He said, listen, I'm the closest thing to God on earth. And he says, what happens is I look at all the people I've blessed. Said God does that too. And when you don't see respect being paid back, he said, read the Bible, and he quotes some scriptures. He says, God tells you he's an angry God. He's a God who's jealous. When you are, and he admits to having those traits in why he's responding and how he's responding to people. Also, he hates, and I think, it's a lot of hurt there, but he's like, ironically, like right after we do the interview, I hate to even like bring this up, but like, because he brings up certain stuff about Cardi. He's like, think about this. He's like, we have 3 woman beaters and like 2 alleged pedophiles. He's like, Drake is the biggest artist in the world. R. Kelly's in jail. He says, whenever they're done with Drake, they're gonna use that Kendrick song, get some allegations, they're gonna put him in jail.
I called that one.
Basically, he was saying that, what's the difference? He said, Puff, he's beaten women, he's done whatever. He's like, but Cardi has done whatever. Which, ironically, right after we're done with the interview, I look up the fucking video of, which, Cardi and supposedly his, baby mama supposedly put hands on her or whatever.
There's a video of him choking the pregnant girlfriend?
It's a body cam.
Well,
what you mean
there's also the Ruby
Is that
Rose.
what you saw?
The Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose made some.
Is that what you saw?
Ruby Rose said he shot at her.
No.
Yeah.
Did you see him put hands on her?
No.
Because we gotta stop watering down what the women go through, bro. If we see it and it's happening,
No.
you did that. Nobody gives a fuck about you being a rapper, bro.
No, it's a body cam. It's a body cam of the police responding to the domestic dispute where she's claiming that. She's saying I'm pregnant and this happened.
Wax gonna say that she could be lying.
Yeah, no, hold on. It's not about that. It's not about that. But
I'm saying if they had video of him putting hands on her.
Well, then it would be open
every
and
so
shut.
often, Playboy Cardi's lawyers hit us up and asked us to take down the Ruby Rose.
They
video.
still consistently hit you up?
Not consistently, but every few years I get this. And my whole thing is I'll just point them to TMZ article and say, look, there's a domestic dispute.
Do they want to pay you to take it down? Tell them pay me what I made the last 10 years, and I'll take it down. He might.
Yeah, in context, he's looking at it like this.
You know what I mean?
He was banging her when she was underage too, and she basically acknowledged that to him as well. I think she might have said it in my interview as well.
What was that?
That Ruby Rose basically acknowledged that Cardi was fucking her when she was underage, right?
What? No. What state?
No.
Atlanta, I assume.
Atlanta 16.
I think that's been out there. I think she said it about Travis Scott,
Atlanta
right?
16.
You had this clip.
There was a clip that she did on
How
Flash
old she say she
TV
was,
about dating Travis Scott and I think 21 Savage.
Yo, Vlad,
Cardi
I'm
was in there.
gonna tell you this. This is a hidden clip where I think it's in some of my archives. You know, I've been streaming for like about 15 years, and I'm glad that this clip isn't like still public. Where before any outlet, this is way before you even knew him. She came. We were just like trying to get like attractive women on the stream, and she was telling us about. She literally admitted. She was like, "Yo, these 4 rappers slept with me underage."
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
who?
She verbatim says it.
Ruby Rose.
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I'm glad that video isn't. You know, again, not that I'm not defending nobody, nothing like that. But
she was underage in the Bad and Bougie video.
What does that mean? So
I don't know.
I'm just saying that's kind of out of the ordinary, right? Typically, when you watch a video, you don't really worry about that.
She's just in the video. She doing something in the video.
No, I'm just saying she was in it.
She came on my stream, like she was basically trying to like gaslight a little bit, like what you were doing in your interview. Yeah. Essentially, she got off the stream, and the whole chat was calling her out, and I'm like, yeah, I know she was lying. She was still watching, and she called me back, and she said, listen, all right, I'll tell you the truth. And she literally just admitted to like, hey, yeah, I did, you know, when I was 16, when I dealt with this guy, and it was all rappers.
She's from Georgia?
Well, I don't know if she's from Georgia, but she was talking about rappers.
16 is the legal age of consent in Georgia.
And that's what I thought, because she did that maybe a year or two before before you even got to her on my stream.
Not to say I condone it, but Georgia, Jersey, it's a lot of Nevada, legal age of consent.
That's why I thought she was kind of like, she was doing an interesting posturing move where she knows exactly, like, if you don't want to say that, don't hint to it.
Yeah.
Because in the past, and again, I'm glad, I think this is a buried file. I hope nobody finds it. I think I've even tried to go find that clip, like, just to like look at him like, yo, I can't believe she turned into someone, because now it's gonna matter if later on she was like, and that's why I said what I said. Like, at some point, if that OnlyFans money ever run out, she's coming out with, hey, all these rappers she's named at that point were like
the book.
Up and coming.
She's gonna write a book.
It was up and coming.
Well, someone
all
else is
these
gonna write a
rappers
book.
now are huge superstars.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, just pray that OnlyFans money keep going. You know what I mean?
She got a good nest egg.
And she might get wiped up, man. You never know.
She can still tell.
You never know.
Shit.
She might go.
If a documentary series come out and want to give her like
but
some
would
checks,
people really give a fuck about like, hey, Travis Scott was like 20 banging Ruby Rose when she was 16, and this was like 15 years ago?
Yes.
You think people are really gonna care? I mean,
this climate, hell yeah.
It ain't gonna matter if they were in Georgia or a state where the legal.
Well, that means there would be no charges.
They're good.
Yeah, but to drum up a narrative, especially you know what happens now. It's like, maybe if it's an isolated incident, it doesn't happen. But then, like, for example, like now with even Drake, they're like looking for anyone who's underage Drake has ever like even responded to.
Yeah.
Because now it becomes a narrative. Once it becomes a narrative, it's like, you know what I mean? Like